Hello, hunters and wizards. We don't like titans here. My name is Penny, and welcome back to another episode of Buying Flowers for Your Sweet Mother. Like your actual mum, not Lady Gaga. That's mother.
Can you show me a hidden talent?
No.
As I was shopping for the flowers in my Sony headphones, because I do not like being approached in public, I was listening to Alligator Bites Never Heal by Doechii, and first things first, banger. I mean, that whole album is full of bangers, even the more low-key cuts like Bloom. And rightfully so, Doechii has received a lot of critical acclaim, alongside a co-sign from the GOAT, Lauryn Hill. I mean, like, so much acclaim that she's getting industry plant allegations like she wasn't singing in her room 3 years ago. Denial River and Nissan Altima seem to be the single sort of leading Doechii's wave, while Altima is a pretty standard banger about how good the rapper is and about how weak their competition is, alongside some, like, nice lesbian bars, which, like, hell yeah. Denial River is a theatrical piece with some braggadocio, but mainly about the struggles of chasing fame, neglecting one's self-value in order to do so, and finding yourself in a pit before you realise it. Based off that description, I would assume the out-and-out banger to be the one that's sort of leading the conversation in numbers, not the one that, at a surface value, is incredibly depressing. I mean, Doechii says as much herself. In her rolling interview, she mentions, "I was saying to my engineer, I don't want to talk about my feelings, because right now all I feel is negativity, all I feel is sadness, I feel anger, I'm upset with everything and everybody, and my fans don't want to hear that." But my engineer was like, "It's not for them, it's for you. You need to talk about it." So it was very scary for me to be that vulnerable on Denial is a River. And this is the key part, which is why I think I made it funny, so that it could be a bit easier to process the darkness of that record. She says it herself, that record is dark, and it kind of is if you like read the lyrics and don't listen to how Doechii says things. But as dark as it is, Denial is a River is resonating. I mean, look at the numbers. Messages like this seem to be getting more common, right? I don't know if that's just me that's noticed that. Earl sweatshirts,
I'm not okay, but I'm gonna be alright,
seemed to like define last year. That verse felt completely inescapable. I mean, partly because like it's Earl on a trap beat, but also
free GAZA, we on the corner like Israelites.
Vince Staples as well with the that song is a complete banger. Off of Dark Times, that was also all over social media for a while after that album dropped. With this in mind, are we okay? No. I think the answer is no. Most of us aren't. The current economic and political landscape of the UK and the US is having its effects felt at full force. COVID and its mishandling massively damaged the economy here in the UK. I mean, that's a topic for another time. They're going to call me Lefty Speaks if I keep this up. The further we get away from COVID, the ability to not only succeed but live at a decent standard is becoming higher and higher, and the prevailing messages that I seem to see online are either tune in and drop out with an increased focus on spirituality and wellness in a way that low-key feels kind of racist, but I'm not going to go into that. It's either that or it's work as hard as you possibly can until you escape the system, then and only then do you deserve to feel remotely safe. Which, yeah, that's a lot of pressure on all of us, and I think we're feeling it. And the art seems to be reflecting this. True art has often been a tool of communication for those without the platform to do so. Those with good messages that people can get behind will be pushed to the top as they succeed off of their relatability or the belief from their supporters that they will speak the truth once they have some form of power. From movies to music, the ones that truly resonate seem to fall under this category. They are rarely perfect, but we put faith in them, that they feel the same way we do, and because of that can represent us. I hate to bring him up, but Kanye was a great example of this early on. Once he got through the gauntlet of Dame Dash and Rockefeller, and he made a lane for himself because he was a change of scenery from the hyper-masculine image of rap at the time. I mean, this is at the same time where 50 Cent was just completely dominating the charts. People can relate to not having enough money for a car, or like hating your dead-end job. Combining that with him calling out George Bush on live TV for the travesty which was the government's response to Katrina, you start to believe these people may be on your side.
I hate the way they portray us in the media. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. See a white family, it says they're looking for food. So anybody out there that wants to do anything that we can help with the setup, the way America is set up to help the poor, the black people, the less well off as slow as possible. George Bush doesn't care about black people.
And that's the hope we need in tough times. Ignore how it ended though. Kendrick seems to be the most recent version of this that I've seen. His championing of healing from trauma alongside his dissection and critiquing of the culture we find ourselves in genuinely has people seeking a better life for themselves. The Drake beef was about a lot more than just hating Aubrey Graham. It was kind of what Drake stood for, hence the I'm what the culture feeling line from Euphoria, which just is aging like wine. Fine wine. It seems we're getting tired, and with this in mind, it makes complete sense that we're seeing an increase in numbers for art that is talking about how hard it is to balance the modern life. As we charge baskets, falling backwards, trying to keep balance in the small chance that we make it and it all changes, we're exhausted. But we're hopeful. Messages of damn, I'm trying, I'm gonna keep going, but I'm kind of falling out. Not only relevant and relatable, but they're kind of hopeful of like, oh, they're doing it, so maybe I can do it too. I think we all know this isn't sustainable and it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better, and our consumption is kind of reflecting that. The messages are slowly changing. But that's all I have. I can't fix anything. I was just thinking about Denial as a River and wondered why it was so popular. This is the best game theory I have. I don't know what the next move is, but there certainly seems to be an undercurrent of some that feel a kind of way. My name has been Penny. Call me back. Pull over if you get tired. And bye.
Lucy, stop it! Denial is a river in Egypt. Your husband is gay.